Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Plinko here, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing something a little different. This is a game called Sea of Thieves, and I'm going to be showing you guys how to complete one of the quests for the gold hoarders to earn gold. So this is how you're going to earn gold in this. This is a brand new game. I think it actually has something to do with the Unreal Engine, and I forget who the exact maker is, but I will link the game down in the description if you guys want to go ahead and pre-order it. That's the only way right now you can unlock the beta. It's currently in open beta. It's a pretty kick-ass game, I can't lie. But the first thing you want to do is go over to that gold hoarder, and he will come up with a bunch of missions or quests you can do. And you want to pick one of those. I think the first one is free, so you won't need any gold to complete your first one. But this one is actually called Stash of the Dirty Grandee Preston. And so once you get your quest, you want to make your way to your ship. And if you're playing one player, it's just going to be you on the ship, obviously, but you can play up to 4 players, and the more people you have in your party, the bigger your ship is going to be, which will make this a lot easier. So once you do have your quest, you want to go ahead and make your way downstairs into the little, I don't know, cabin area, and you'll find this table right here, and you want to find the quest that you want to complete, and you want to go ahead and click on that one, and it will open up the kind of well, you'll see here in just a second, it'll open up this little thing, and you have to vote for the quest to actually enable it. And this will pop up on your screen showing you that you have started this voyage, I guess is what they're calling it. And again, this is the Stash of the Dirty Grandee Preston. So once you've done that, you'll see on screen that you have some new maps available. You want to find your maps. I think on a controller it's the right bumper, but on computer it is something completely different. So you'll pull this up and you can see it says found on the sunken grove. It has a luster, but fair courage, something, something, something. So what you want to do is go to this map, which is right behind where you enabled the voyage. And this is a map of the entire ocean, the entire playable area. And you want to find whatever island is mentioned. Sometimes it'll just be a shape, but for this one it actually gave us the name, the Sunken Grove, and you want to go ahead and mark that on your map, and then you want to figure out which direction you need to go. So you can see right here we are south west of this, so we want to go northeast to get to this Sunken Grove island. So once you have figured out where you need to go and you have activated the actual voyage, you want to go ahead and pull up the anchor on your ship and make your way over to the sunken island, or whatever it's called. And again, these are all random, I think. I think the chests are actually randomized. So the chest that we're looking for may not be in the exact location, but this is a pretty good, you'll get a pretty good idea of how to do this, because it doesn't tell you anything in game how to do this. And I believe this is only on Xbox and PC right now. So you have to lower your sail, and you can see where the wind is pointing. When you look up, you want to point your sail at that direction. So I'm going to go ahead and fast forward to once we get here. So we have gotten to the Sunken Grove. And once you get here, you want to pull up and make sure you're not going too fast, or you will collide with the island itself, and you might have to patch up your ship, because your ship will take damage and start leaking water, and you can sink your ship this way. So you want to go ahead and drop the anchor once you get close enough. Pull up your sails so you're not going too fast, and we'll be ready to go find this loot. And the actual loot, I think most of them in the beta right now are just chests you have to dig up. I'm sure these are going to get more complex once the full game comes out. But this game looks pretty cool, I'm not going to lie. It's an open world. I think there's like 10 or 15 people in each server. So that's another thing. Once you do get these chests, you have to keep an eye out for people, because they can actually come attack you and steal your loot in your chest. So once you get to the island, the second part of the voyage will pop up on that map that you got. This one says the chest is close at the hangman's tree to the west, but you're not done. Dig 7 paces south by southeast, grab it and run. So you want to find, it's going to give you these clues. So this one, we're looking for the hangman's tree. So you kind of just have to look around and put the clues together, and you will probably run into these little skeletons that'll pop up, and they're pretty easy to defeat at this point in time. And like I said, this is not the full game. This is the open beta. And again, I'll have the link down in the description if you guys are interested in pre-ordering this to unlock the open beta. So here I have finally found the Hangman's Tree. Here it is. There is a cage hanging down from this tree, and there's like a dead skeleton in it. So this is what the Hangman's Tree looks like, in case you have this one on your voyage as well. And again, this could be, your chest could be in a different location for this same exact voyage. These are kind of randomized from what I understand. So once you get here, you want to make sure you have the instructions right. We're going to pull this up. So it does say you want to dig 7 paces south by southeast. So you have to stand next to the tree as close as possible, pull out your compass, and then find the south by southeast. That's going to be between south and southeast, obviously. And you want to make, you can hear the paces when you walk. So you want to count 7 paces south by southeast, and then you want to start digging with your shovel. So you have to pull up your shovel in your inventory and start digging, and eventually, if you get it right, sometimes you have to dig around a little bit around that location, but it should be right around there. You will hear your shovel hit something hard, and that is going to be the chest and the loot to complete this voyage. So we've found the chest. Just keep digging until it comes up, and you'll want to pick it up and grab it and run. Sometimes there will be more skeletons and pirates trying to kill you, so you want to get out of there as quick as possible. And again, there are other people in the world playing the same game, and they are able to steal your loot. So you want to look around, make sure there's nobody looking at you or coming in trying to kill you, and take your loot. But you do want to make your way back to the ship, and you can swim with the chest in your hand, so don't worry about that. You can also climb ladders with it in your hand. Don't ask how. It's pretty talented if you ask me, but you can climb ladders and swim with the chest. So just set your chest down somewhere in your ship. You might want to actually hide it a little better than I did. But once you have the chest on your ship, you want to make your way back to any of the outposts on the map. So you can look on the map and find which outpost is closest to you, and they all are going to have the gold hoarders, which is the same guy that gave you the actual voyage itself. So once you have the chest, again, get back on your ship, head back to one of the outposts, and you want to find one of these gold hoarders. So we're going to head back towards the outpost. I think we're going to go back towards the one we just came from, because that happened to be the closest one to me at the time. I actually did take a little bit of damage here, so I had to patch up the ship. It did start leaking a little bit, and I actually barely made it before it started sinking. But as you can see, we'll fast forward a little bit. We are back at the Dagger Tooth outpost. So any of these outposts, again, I think there's 4 or 5 of them all around the map. You just want to look on that map down in the cabin and find an outpost. Come here. You have to pull your sail up again before you get too close, or because you don't want to run into anything. And go ahead and drop your anchor. You can swim pretty far, so I wouldn't worry about getting too close. Obviously, it does make it easier, especially if you have multiple chests, and if someone's chasing you, maybe it does make it a little easier to get as close as possible. So go ahead and drop your anchor. Grab that chest you just got from that voyage. And once you pick up the chest, it will pop up and sometimes and say that you have completed the voyage, but you actually have not completed the voyage yet. You don't complete the voyage until you get all the way back to one of these gold hoarders, and you have to actually sell your chest back to them, which I thought was kind of odd. You don't even get to open the chest and see what was in it, so maybe they will add something in the full game where you can actually open the chest. But you want to find this guy right here with all the gold around him. He is called the Gold Hoarder, and sell him your chest. And once you sell him your chest, you will get gold, which will enable you to buy more missions. So I hope this helped you out, guys. I'm going to be uploading a few more of these for some of the other missions. If it did, make sure you drop a like, subscribe to the channel for more content, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.